I did bully kids. I guess since I was bullied, not to use it as an excuse, but since I was bullied, I saw the power that the bully had, and I guess I wanted that. So I guess I would bully kids as well. I thought it was cool. I thought it was funny. I thought it would impress my friends, make me look like more of a man. When at the end of the day, I just go home and feel terrible about it. It's not cool.
It doesn't make you cool. Unfortunately, I was bullied and then I had a low, self-image for a little bit, and I noticed that I was starting to pick on other kids that were different than me. It's kind of just what I knew. I was used to being picked on, and then I thought that's what you were supposed to do. I thought, to be cool, maybe if I pick on this person, maybe people will think I'm cool. And really, it didn't make me cool by picking on anyone else. You gotta treat others with respect, and nobody likes a bully. I still, to this day, I feel bad that I did that because that's not who I am.
Well, if my friends were there, I had a few friends kind of be like, come on, man, let's just go. Let's walk away. But if I didn't really know anyone, then it'd kind of be like they'd just stand there and look at it. Some would laugh, others would just not say anything, and that didn't help stop anything.
The kids that do watch it are like encouraging them to be mean to me.
Depending on the crowd, they could be laughing, they could be not laughing, they could just be staring. And that's when the feeling really comes on that you feel demoralized, you're just sitting there. Everybody's staring at you.
They notice that bullying's happening and they're not saying anything about it, and they're not they might not be necessarily encouraging it, but they're not doing anything to prevent it either. And they need to stick up for the people who are being bullied, because if they were in that situation, they would want somebody to stick up for them too.
Driving a 31 Caterpillar Chevrolet, my dad, Jeff Burton.
I saw kids being bullied, and I never stopped in and stopped it. You know what I mean? I kind of followed the crowd. I didn't jump in, but I also didn't stop it. So, sometimes the crowd gets moving and you follow them and you don't stand up, and really that's not the right thing to do.
If you see one of your friends being bullied, even if you just go up to them afterwards and say, hey, are you okay? Or how do you feel? Are you okay? That really does go a long way. And I know that I had a couple of really good friends who I'm still friends with to this day. They always stood by my side. And those are who your real friends are.
I don't remember specifically having anyone stand up to be an ally. I just remember lots of bystanders. So they wouldn't tell the bully to stop. They wouldn't come up to me afterwards and say, I'm so sorry, what are you gonna do about it?
Sometimes there's that odd coincidence when someone steps out and helps the person out. Sometimes it's surprising who steps up.
With my friends, they've gone through bullying. I've seen it happen.
It's function, it's malfunction. You shouldn't be sitting there. What are you doing? Yeah, thank you. Later. Bye. So
I've stood there and done nothing because I'm worried about them. I don't know why I didn't do anything. I could have done a lot of things. I could have told the teacher, I could have said something to make the bully go away, but not in a mean voice. I would just say, please leave my friend alone. If you've seen what happens to other kids that go and tell on bullying, the bully bullies them even more because they told on them.
They started saying snitches get stitches, and then I figured not to tell anyone, because then they would get really angry and they would tease me more.
I didn't really go to the teachers because, that would be considered, I would be called a crybaby and a tattletale, and I didn't really want that to be added to the list of names I was called. I definitely should have told my teachers, even going to the principal, especially because there were specific people that were continuously doing it. And when I didn't stop it, they felt that was their freedom to just keep doing it. So while I thought that it was going to stop the name calling, it was just helping condone it.
I just wish I had spoke up sooner, because it really would have made life a lot easier had I just spoken up sooner. After the first day or first couple of days, I really wish I would have told someone, but instead I kept it inside. And I'd come home every day and I would be, crying and, I would be so bummed out. People don't realize there's a huge difference between tattling and telling. If you're tattling on somebody, you're just trying to get somebody in trouble. But if you're telling someone about a problem like a bully, you're not tattling, you're actually trying to help somebody.
It's okay to tell. Like some kids will call you a snitch or something. Like a snitch is someone who will always tell, but like really they're just trying to protect themselves.
Well, I tell my mom and dad, but they're kind of like, they just don't really exactly understand. They're like, he's bullying you, and the way they say it, it just seems like they don't really get it.
I could go on about that. Parents see it as, oh, it's just a bullying, and you need to grow up, you need to fight back, you need to start speaking more. But they see it as, it's just this one thing. But they're not in our shoes where they see everything and they feel everything. They just see that we're complaining to them.
I wish they had understood that they were actually, it was more to it than it sounded.
Sometimes the teachers think that these kids are like so nice.
The teachers weren't helpful. They didn't do it, and like they didn't do it. They're just bullies.
Because if we tell the teacher, we may get in trouble for something we absolutely did not do.
I think that our teachers need to be able to recognize bullying better, because I think that if they just kept like more of an open eye and an open mind, that they would be able to see, wow, this really is happening around us.
That can make a big difference.
The race against bullying isn't going to be easy, and the bullies just aren't going to let us win. So we got to stay strong and stick together, and remember, speak up.
Being a hero against bullying doesn't mean you have to fight. It means you can walk someone to class. It means you can ask someone if they're okay.
Stop. It's not cool. It's not making you any more popular, smarter, prettier.
And bullying is a pretty serious matter.
It hurts people and you think that it's funny, but it's really not.
It's not you, it's them.
Be a hero. Speak up.
Speaking out is talking to a parent, a teacher, even one of your friends.
Look, I know parents don't always listen when we talk about bullying, when we speak up. If they don't hear you, keep telling them, keep letting them know, and speak up against bullying.
Don't be afraid of what the other kids are going to call you, or of if you're going to lose your friends.
You could just tell someone, like get it off your chest, get it off your mind, and you'll feel better.
As you can tell, it gets noisy around here sometimes, and you really have to speak up to be heard. So we need you to help us to stop bullying and speak up too.
If it's go telling a parent, telling a teacher.
Help your fellow teammate out, your classmate, teammates. It's the same thing, right? We're all on the same team. Speak up.
You should always help.
It's not funny. Dude, just stop.
Stick up to the bully or tell an adult. It kind of sounds like everybody says that, but that's kind of the right thing to do.
Just talk to somebody, and I promise you, it's going to get better.
Stop!
It has been turned around, actually. I am a generally liked guy. My last name has become something that's a little more liked. I have a friend named Mac, so together we're Mac and Cheese. That's cool. I knew that I was building friends, so there wasn't really something wrong with me. It was the bullies, and now they're actually my friends. Guess my charm is just too much for some people. It's hard to hold back.
We want to hear from you.
Go to StopBullyingSpeakUp.com to ask our expert questions.
And tell us how you speak up about bullying.